Many people wonder why a guy will love a bad bitch, vibe with her, play with her. But when it's time to marry, he will go and look for a decent girl to marry. Today, I'll be giving you the reasons why it is so. Okay, so I have 3 points that I want to share with you. Number one is because of children. In as much as that guy is proud of you with the way you display your foolishness on social media and within the environment, the way that you're seen as a bad bitch, you smoke, you drink with him, you smoke with him, you do all kinds of things with him, he is proud of you, he carries you around, but he will not be proud if you give him a child that looks like you. He will not be proud of that child, So he try as much as he can to sow a good seed in a good soil, because giving him a child that will look like you will be a disappointment to him. That is the truth. So in order not to have your kind, he would rather go for a more decent person. 60 to 70% of the gene that forms the child comes from the mother, not from the father. Sometimes he might look like you, but every other thing most times comes from the mother. So in order not to carry a higher and matured grade of foolishness and implant it in the child, it's better he look for someone who has more sense, more direction, intelligent person, one who is decent, who is focused, who knows what he or she wants, or rather what she wants. He will choose the person over you to make her a wife. Number two is trust. He wants to travel. He wants to move around when you're not with him, and he will be comfortable, because he understands your kind of person. He knows you're a wild person. He knows you're a crazy person, He knows that you display your madness on social media, dance naked, braless, pantless, and all of that, And he wouldn't want to, no man wants his food, to be kept in the road, in the street, No man is a dog. He wants his food for himself alone, So he wants to trust somebody. Yeah. A lot of people would say or argue that even the decent people, if they want to do some shit, they can do it. No shit, See, a man accepts any kind of thing that is hidden than when it is public. You can do any kind of thing when it is between you and him. He will swallow it. But when you insult him publicly, it becomes a problem. He would not take it lightly with you. So the point I'm making is, he wants to trust you. He wants somebody he trusts, someone he believes, somebody he wouldn't have to travel when he's not within the environment and his mind is telling him, who knows what this one is doing now. He wants someone he would have confidence in, to the level that even when he's not around, his kids can still be well raised. The children will still be like children that human being raised, not the ones that, train themselves in the streets. Children that raised themselves, that had no parental care. Because God doesn't give birth to a lion. So if you're the one that gave birth to that child, certainly with your kind of person, your gym, and your kind of mentality, you will still raise that child the same way you are. So he wants somebody he can have confidence in. The fact is that every man is looking for these particular 3 things. A woman who has shame, who has fear of God, and who has conscience. Because he will always believe that the way you are loose, the way you can be crazy and do any kind of thing is still the way that you can. One of the crazy things that you will still do will still be to flirt around, misbehave when he is not around. He will believe that even when he marries you and you become a married woman, if a reasonable amount is offered to you, you can always travel from Nigeria to Ghana or from Nigeria to Cameroon just to execute that mission. He will go as far as believing that when things are not going well, when it's as if something is shaking on the way, you can easily leave him and move on. These are the reasons why he can never trust you or make you a wife. And the last one is for the sake of his sanity. Now, let me tell you something. Apart from age and, the normal hustle that we do, one of the things that will make you go mad is the spouse you married. The person you ended up with, is one of the things that will give you high blood pressure. It's one of the things that will make you collapse. When you marry a mad person, sometimes whosoever that married a mad person, the person will be able to explain well to you what he or she is passing through. This time around, I'm going to generalize it. The person you get married to will make you become another kind of person you are not supposed to be. Because as time goes on, you begin to wear the body of that particular person you're married to, especially when the person is more powerful than you. So you will begin to behave a certain way in order to connect, with the lifestyle that you have in your house. Now let me elaborate it or expatiate it the more. The point I'm making is, if you marry someone who is a flex, and no matter how you want to say I don't care, no matter how you want to say you try to be a hard man, sometimes pressure from people, from friends, from families who will be calling you to say, I heard this and I saw this, your wife is so and so place and some of these things, those stories sometimes is unhealthy. It can make you, run mental. It can make you, lose yourself, at some point. Yeah. So for him to still live, for him to live a better life, for him to live longer, for him to stay strong, he will want to consider all of these things. This person, yeah, I know her, and this is a kind of person. On the long run, how is it going to be? How well am I going to continue to enjoy these things? Are we going to enjoy this till the end, or is something going to change? Now, before I wrap it up, because of time, so many people will say that, yeah, even when you are a decent girl, men will still leave that decent wife at home and then run after a bad bitch. You understand me? Yeah, I want to put this clearly. Men, the brotherhood, are not proud of any man, who will leave his family, who will leave his wife, who will leave his kids. Let's go for wife. Who will leave his wife? If, as a man, you spend more money on a side chick than your wife, you're not a man. You are a man. That's the truth. Because it has to be family first. Whatever happens tomorrow, it has to be family. It has to be your wife. If you fall sick tomorrow, your wife will be the one to help carry you, to stay with you and all of that. Side chick will disappear. It goes, after all, put ring for my hand. And that is the truth. So if you're spending 1,000 for a side chick, then wife should have 10,000. That's how it should be. Any man who is doing more, opening business or doing whatever for side chick because of whatever you think you're getting from her, then you're not part of us. And that's the message for today. God bless you.